You have the Black Wand. Excellent. I have waited 10 years for the chance to destroy another piece of Merkel. You shall be well rewarded for this. Unfortunately, I do have some bad news. Deep within Undermountain, there is a small settlement of dwarves who maintain a shrine to the battle god Clangeddon. If anything, the dangers of Undermountain gives them more than their fair share of opportunities for battle. Recently, we lost contact with the temple. This alone would not concern us. Dwarves usually keep to themselves. But there have been reports of numerous undead in the area. It is my fear that these two situations are related. I need someone to go to the temple to investigate. If there are undead present, they must be dealt with.
So we're back, we're down at Hub 3, and we're going to yet another temple filled with undead. Because the last level was so great. That's the passageway that we'll be taking soon to go down to the fourth and final hub. Got a little bit of time to do that, though. Sure, he looks a little bit more messed up than the other ones. We find out kind of why in a minute. We're coming up into probably one of the crueler puzzles in the game. So the door's locked. How do you open it? By hitting that shield. Let's mean that you should do that. The only time you have to hit something to get it to trigger, you can't interact with it, which I tried. Of course, the obvious place for the key, but so the temple doesn't look a lot different from the previous location. More undead. More brown chambers. There are a few more puzzles and tricks to this section. Trying to think, I don't even think there's treasure in this area at all. Intense music, but there's nothing here. The temple passage, the layout of the temple is pretty simple. Once you're inside, there's a big loop that goes around the temple. There's chambers off of each corner, one big chamber in the middle. That materialization effect is like half bad for this game, but it's kind of too little too late. And here we've got someone on our side who I thought was going to give us a hand with some useful stuff, but he turns out to be not so helpful. I tried talking to him again. We had a little bit more out of him. the gist of it is that he's here to cleanse the temple through a ceremony, and I was thinking, oh, I've got to help him with that. Maybe by protecting him, or for doing something with the undead and taking a while. No. He just is here. He does give me a little bit of information on what you have to kill. So there's a lich in the basement. That's the final goal of this quest. Yet again, the clerics are fighters. I wonder if it's because they couldn't get the clerical spellcasting AI to work at all. Alright, that is not a sword, that is a key. At least in this instance, it's a key that's supposed to look like a sword rather than a misplaced object in the game. There are, again, the usual spawning issues that we've seen. There's our a passage down into the basement, but we're not going to go down that way quite yet. There's still areas up here to explore. And that music makes me think something horrible's gonna happen, but no, it's just a tease. You know, for clerics, they have a lot of wizard spells hanging around. I just love the way that guy rises out of the floor right in front of me. Believe it or not, we're actually almost done with this top area. The bottom area isn't that large, it just gets involved. I I turned a Bane guard, but none of these guys seem to be Bane guards. Okay, now that's an important message, but it's almost impossible to find on your own. I'll be coming back to that one essentially at the end. It'll be the last thing I do. As I'm checking around here going, okay, there's nothing to the left. Where could it be? And no, it's not a bug where it's actually on the right or down. No, it wouldn't shock me this game. Pulling those switches opened these side passages, but both sides are locked. There's our rest area. That's actually a really convenient place for it because it's very close to the boss here. And a cage. Yeah, this side's a dead end. Can't see that if there's a ladder there, but I'm taking a gamble, and there was. And it turns out coming down here wasn't really helpful. Yet another fighter acting as a priest. Yeah, you can just see the sword up on that side, where you can see it from the cage as well. I just can't get to it from down here either. It looks like you should be able to, because it makes sense. But we have to go back up. Yeah, I'm in the early stages of planning a speedrun attempt for this game, and the thing that's got me worried the most is just getting caught on all the corners. On the other hand, no one's ever attempted it before, for obvious reasons. I'm trying to use the scimitar I picked up on the shield like that. It doesn't work. That way, all you have to do is walk up to the correct one and activate. Bang. Done. But that does mean that you could, in theory, throw away or sell the scimitar, or do other things you don't want to do. Get more crappy bracers. We need them at least AC2 before it's worth putting them on. So, 2 locks on both sides. And I'm double checking to see if the shield did anything down here, but it's, if you think about it for a second, it's obvious what it opens. You got 2 locks. You got 2 doors that are locked. And in actuality, you only need one of them unlocked. This one. Because somewhere back here, there is a key that lets you get into the boss room. These are dwarven crypts. There's lots of little tiny passages with items to pick up. Lots of little boxes. Potion of Divine Strength is super good. It'll increase my strength up quite a bit. And in D&D, strength and... well, strength determines both the damage and how likely you are to hit someone. I must have been wrong. It must have been the other side. Well, doesn't matter. I have to collect it anyways because I need to explore everything. Oh, there it is. Last door. And that door is still locked. We're going to run past the... so that we can check out stuff up on top once more. And here's where a bit of fun kicks in. All the enemies that were missing before have spawned for me. Of course, for this instance, it's a positive thing because I need every drop of XP I'm going to get out of these things. I'm probably going to be barely level 8 when I finish this game. Barely. If I've got my math worked out right. Every class of Dungeons & Dragons, 2nd edition, levels up at a different rate. Thieves level up the fastest, and mages level up the slowest. The theory is that this balances their power out a little bit. More guys who hadn't spawned before. Mages being so much more powerful than everyone else once they get a few spells levels under their belt. Have to build up slowly, while characters that need a couple of levels to develop level up more quickly. Of course, in practice, it doesn't actually help. There's a reason why they rebalance things a little bit around everyone leveling up at the same rate for 3rd edition. I forgot to put the sword in the shield, so... no problem, there it is. We'll go check out what treasures they have in this crypt. Amulet of Shield will protect me from projectiles, which is useful, but considering how I'm doing with the amulet of protection, I'd rather have that. And there's one of those, taking my AC down to -8. AC of -8, I could stand up to just about anything and just watch them swing and miss at me for days. Of course, you know, I don't have the hit points to actually survive anybody who rolls their 20 to hit me. Yeah, I thought that was a lantern you could pick up like that one we found before, but nope, it's just a background object hanging out there. More lightning bolts, which I probably won't be getting a lot of use out of just because I'll need to kind of save all the really heavy-hitting stuff for the very end of the game. As long as I can get by without using it, I'm fine. But the last boss requires quite a bit of damage. So, saving all the big weapons for that is helpful. Have to cross into the square to be able to use the rest zone. Alright. Still don't know where I'm supposed to do here, so I am going back upstairs to clean out the rest of the upstairs level. There's only 2 rooms up there now. And then we're going to want to level back because that's where everything is. No response, but he wants the beast sling. So we'll just hit him in the head. Oh, there's his undead. Hiding up here. I love when it says, I found a secret door when I just opened the door that was obvious. It's a door, not a secret door. Doesn't even look like a wall design. So far in my speedrunning test, I did through the first 4 quests in about 10 minutes. Because the description for the events that you're supposed to follow is broken. I can just bypass all the exploration, all of the killing, run to the spot, hit the thing I need to touch, or look into the room that I'm supposed to look into, and I'm done. Yeah, that doesn't really help me out. If I want to know the history of Undermountain. Yeah, there's 2 skeletons there, not that you can really tell easily. And some more over there that are theoretically shooting at me. And that's it for guys up here. Not that the dwarven cleric who wants you to check to protect him from all the undead in the area will notice. And that's the main entrance. I was thinking, oh, I bet that gold key goes to this. But it does not. Yeah, that's just how the undead come in. You can't actually get down. Hey, there's somebody we missed. Okay, it's time for the big reveal of what you are supposed to be doing in that big chamber. And it's really annoying. Okay, on the left there's a tiny indentation in the wall, right there. What I have to do is I have to drink a flight potion. There we go. Flying barely works in this game. You'd think Descent Engine would be able to handle it better, but you gotta use the page up and page down keys to point yourself. You see, I took falling damage. Hope you don't get stuck on anything. There's some rats over here. I was worried I was embedded in the floor. Can't seem to hit those rats at all. They seem indestructible. I'm trying to get myself a little bit of height here before the potion wears off because I do not want to end it trapped inside the floor. There we go, I'm kind of out. There we go. Flying right out. This is the boss room. Notice that there is no boss in here. Just a ghoul. Or ghast in this case. Ghast, if I remember correctly, puts you to sleep if they hit you. Or they can. Not that it happens here. So I'm looking around, I can't find anybody. What am I gonna do? walk up to the window, and I trigger the conversation. So, now I'm just going to threaten this guy. And he's going to flip out, send his undead minions after me. But here's the thing. As he's casting all these second and third level spells right now, he only has a limited number of them. And none of them pass through the walls or doors to get to me. I'm adding Dispel Magic to my toolbar, just in case he puts an effect on me that I need to break. He cast a magic missile at me. That one actually was the one that turned the thing blue, because that one can go through things. But he's burnt out all of his spells. He's got nothing left. He can still do damage, but he is significantly weaker. Yeah, the trick here is right behind me. If I turn around in a moment. There's the secret passage. And there's the switch. A few more undead minions wandered in, but it's not like they're really doing anything. I'm casting all my buff spells right now because I'm expecting to have trouble in here. Look at that, he had one spell left. The only reason I cast it was because I had to be next to him. I suspect my speed run is going to wind up using that +2 mace as well, just because you have to pick it up. And it's the first +2 weapon you find. But I think that clears out this crypt. Taking care of this quest. He didn't have any treasure. Well, they had a little bit of gold on it, but who cares about that? It's not like I'm buying anything now. No secret treasure chambers. Nope. File and carry to smash. That's it. So we'll head out, walking past the true undefeated bosses of this area, those rats.